Hello everybody, Carolina Tony. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If you're here for the first time, be sure to go down here and click subscribe. After that, ring that bell so you'll be notified every time we put a video out. Today we are at Pacolet, South Carolina. This is a mill village near Spartanburg, South Carolina, and we're going to go around and explore and look at some of the history of this old mill village. But right after this station, identification. One of the unique things about Pacolet is, if you look over here in the distance, is a traditional southern mill village. And of course, there's a river down here, and there was the mills here that was washed away by a flood. But this town was divided. It was known as Pacolet Mills and Pacolet. And even though they were right next to each other, and this is a very small place. This is a bona fide village. But yet the people of Pacolet didn't want to really associate with the people of Pacolet Mills. They were known as lint heads. And the reason they were known as lint heads is because people that worked in cotton mills and textile mills had lint in their hair. True fact. Here is a painting of what the Pacolet Manufacturing Company looked like the day before the flood that washed a lot of it away. You see the mill houses here, and of course here's the river, and the mill houses over there as well. Right over here, this hill, this is known as Hotel Hill. We'll go up there in a little bit. This is where a 1920s Victorian style hotel was once. And over here is part of what remains of the textile mill. Right over here in this grassy area is where the company store was. Said back in the day that this was kind of like a shopping mall. The employees of the company store would come here to get their food and toilet paper and light bulbs. This is the old cloth house that they are in the process of repurposing for a community center. Just imagine back in the early 1900s, all types of textiles would be in and out of these doors. This upper part of this mill hill, all these folks back in the early 1900s, they got up every morning, kissed their wives and kids goodbye, and headed to the mill. Had a promising life. A hard day's work for a little pay. On June the 6th, 1903, they had a great flood here, and it wiped away a lot of the mill. As you can see, the ruins here, a lot of it was just gone. There was a hotel that stood right over here next to the cloth room. It was washed away as well. In spite of this great disaster, there was only one person that lost his life. There was a black man named Quay Worthy. He was a mill employee, and he was trying to retrieve floating cotton bales from the water when he drowned. Now, after the flood, the mills were rebuilt, but because of the Depression and on up into the 1900s, when textiles started leaving the South, things were never as they once were. Here's something that I find really creepy here at Pacolet Mills Village is their streets. Of course, some of the mill village is still there, but over here in another part, there's streets and sidewalks and places where you can imagine houses used to be, but they're not here now. It's just like gone. Like, look at this driveway, made from some type of asphalt, going up to a hill right here, where maybe once a big home had stood. Sidewalks and streets, but no town. Now, I was told by the lady at their town hall that up here on the hill is where all of the so-called big bosses from the textile mills lived. This was known as Hotel Hill. And here are the ruins of the old Victorian style hotel that was once here. All that's left. Can imagine some people coming in from other countries and places across the United States to perhaps tour the mills, place orders for cloth and material. So this little bit of concrete and this little house was probably an equipment room or something, is all that's left of the Pacolet Hotel. I once worked for a fella, and he used to say, keep them starving and they will work forever. Of course, I bucked that concept and left him and started my own business because I wanted more. Well, we've come to the close of our little village tour here in Pacolet, South Carolina. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been really interesting. It's fun to go back and look at the way things used to be 50, 75, 100 years ago. I know I enjoy it, and I hope you did too. If you hadn't subscribed, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. And hey, tell your family and friends about it. But for now, y'all have a good day.